Well, players that
All right, these are picks 17 to 32. If you guys watched the first one, pretty long, kind of drawn out. You could probably put on 2 times speed to see my full reaction insight for each pick. It's a little shocking. I'll probably do a full video later, but my full thoughts about each team, how each team did. This is just live reactions if you're interested, if you're like that. So this is 17 to 32. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so you get to see that if you want to skip ahead to see that. The Bengals pick is in right now, so you haven't missed anything
Here we
yet.
go. That's sick.
No, they're do some coverage first. Yeah, they're do some advertisement. They won't go. They never go straight to the pick.
Right. What God? 25 draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we are now on pick 17. The Cincinnati Bengals, a team that lost Sam Hubbard, a defensive end, to retirement all season. They're still talking to Trey Henderson about a new contract, but the two sides still have not gotten close to a deal. So in the interim, the Bengals are expected to look at the spot for more pass rush help. Hi, Shefty. Thank you. And that Bengals pick is in. They have the 3 big players to deal with during this offseason, and thus far, Hendrickson is the one they have not. They've taken care of the 2 wide receivers. So the offense looking good. The defense, major questions. Here's the commission.
Nick Emalori, come on, give it to me.
Who did I pick at the Bengals?
We're going to get the second half of the fourth round.
I had Derek Harmon,
But then take the Bears.
defensive tackle,
The selection.
Oregon.
With the 17th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Shamar Stewart.
Wow, there he goes.
I don't think any of us got any points on that, did we?
All right, so here's
I think I had them going with the safety.
coming out of my
I had him going with a-
careful look at the part. The athleticism off the charts, but now we've talked about it.
Hey, I mean, they had to go edge.
4.5 sacks.
Trey Hendrickson, you don't know what's happening with him.
So it's a
You already lost Hubbard. You're bringing another guy to help on that defense, so makes sense.
That's AOG, another occupation guy, right? It's a lot of things playing professional football to line to handle Shamar Stewart. 1.5 sacks the last 3 years. That's 4.5 for his career. Last 7 games.
Not a very good sack guy.
3 successive seasons. He didn't record a sack. This against college offensive linemen. Now, if you want to say, boy, Ethan Neal Hunter, Ethan Neal Hunter has 4.5 career sacks. 1.5 his last year at LSU. He's got 99.5 sacks. He averages 11 sacks a year in the NFL. That's an outlier, right? Little Shamar Stewart. Who we go about an LT Peter looks the part. 6'5".
That was a great game. I had won that game.
4.59, 40, 1.60.
South Carolina should have been playing
34
worse.
and 8 arms and a 40 vertical. Are you kidding me? He should be getting double-digit sacks, bro. What's the problem?
Now, here's the thing I'll tell you. I'd rather drive a Mercedes than a pickup truck because I like to drive fast. At least I know I can go fast and manipulate it. And it's up to the defensive line coach to get the best out of him. If you can take this young man with the traits that he has and the speed, he has the potential to be a double-digit sack guy in the National Football League. A lot of disruption, not a lot of production. But the tools are there. Mike Tomlin has a saying, if the guys didn't need coaching, I wouldn't have a job. He needs coaching. He needs to understand his hand.
Yeah, he hugged him like a man.
That's what the NFL is about.
The glasses, dude.
It's an aggressive hug.
What's with the glasses? He's insized.
Trey Hendrickson and what they do with him.
They need somebody like Trey Hendrickson around to throw this young man out to go the best, right? Think of some of the players he's played with. If that was a guy you can sit and watch. Like, it's not just going to be on their new defensive coordinator, Al Gold. He can't just be the one who's going to teach this young man how to pass run. There's got to be people in the locker room that are going to help him as well. He plays hard as hell. I mean, hard. They move him from a 9 technique outside the tackle. They'll put him over the nose.
Yeah.
And he can collapse the pocket, but he just doesn't have a plan. The Horizon Business takes it back to the stage. Molly is with Shamar. Molly.
Thanks, Gritty. Shamar, scouts and GMs all rave about your physical gifts. You have a longer wingspan than LeBron James.
Wow.
You built to play in this league.
Man, I'm built for it. I'm made for it. My body. I'm made for this. I'm ready.
The Bengals' new defensive coordinator, Al Golden, known for his aggressive style.
Al Golden, wasn't he the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame last year?
They come going straight line off everything else.
All right, well, Lamar Jackson and
Pistons lost by 2.
got a little bit harder in the
Pistons
AFC
lost by
North.
2.
Congratulations.
Dang, they came back.
Gritty.
Molly, thank you very much. Shamar Stewart, again, the magnificent physical talent, a production that hasn't always lined up to a player we did expect. to hear his name early tonight. Mike Green.
Seahawks pick is in.
Pass rushers in this draft. It was interesting to see in which order they would.
And the Seahawks going Johnny Bryan.
Is that the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock?
Jade Barron?
Yeah.
And we'll be back in 15 seconds after this word from.
I just don't think they go corner.
He's not a corner, is he?
Jade Barron?
Finances.
Oh, yeah, he
Are
is.
just personal.
What about
We use
Texas?
money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Because the most important thing isn't what you want for.
Quiz would not load it.
Where money
I have Ibuka, receiver out of Ohio State here.
While we're back in Green Bay, the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock in an interesting offseason for Seattle after they send away Geno Smith and they sign up Sam Darnold. So it's sort of a new era there with their second-year coach Mike McDonald. What direction should we be expecting now for the Seattle Seahawks here picking at number 18?
We've talked about a lot about the interior of the offensive line, and Tyler Booker is gone, and there's other guys that are available. I think we talked about versatility both and Lou, and that's where Graves Able, North Dakota State. I know some teams in the late first round were hoping he would slide through the cracks, but the versatility to play every position on the offensive line. Practiced at center at the Senior Bowl. Trey's able. I know he could have gone anywhere he wanted. He stayed at North Dakota State, loyal to that program, and he can play anywhere on that line, but he will be a Pro Bowl guard at the pro level.
Especially if they feel really good about the two tackles, those young tackles they've taken in the draft, Charles Cross and Abraham Luke, if they feel really good,
Would they take a Josh Simmons here?
attacking the interior of the line is the way to go.
A quick note as we-
Donovan Jackson's way too early here at 18.
So, if used in any first round,
Calvin Banks is already gone.
Three. We'll
Tyler
see.
Booker's gone.
Here's the commission.
With the 18th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Really?
the Seattle Seahawks select Gray Zabel. Guard,
That is
North
very
Dakota State.
early.
I have
So
him.
there he is. There's your guy. You just mentioned it.
I had him going to your Lions 28.
That's where I had him going too. That seems so early for Zabel.
He won his second FCS championship last year.
At 18?
How old is he?
This, by the way, is the fourth year in the last 5 the Bison have had an offensive lineman selected in the draft.
Danny Landry scored the first 3 games of Matt Savard in 2023, moved to right tackle for the rest of that season. This past year, he's at left tackle for North Dakota State. He's getting the job done again, getting it done there. Scored the final 36 games of his career. 41 overall at left tackle, right tackle, left guard, and right guard. Practice at center at the Senior Bowl in Lewis. Technique and a fiery approach. He's got a defensive mentality. Great save.
Oh, here's them at the movies. Let's see what happened.
Especially with his play.
Oh boy.
Go back to 23, as you mentioned, you watch him there, where he started those games at left guard.
What do you think? Do you think they're going to go wild?
It's going to be all rookie immediately. He's going to challenge for a spot. The arm length does show up at tackle for him. He doesn't have that kind of physical
Yeah.
range to deal
Yeah,
with
they did.
some of the
Not really. They didn't really throw a pop.
Yeah, they didn't
guard.
What?
He's plugging.
they didn't throw anything, but
So he's headed to Seattle. The Tampa Buccaneers will be next. Congratulations to Greg Zip.
is this going to be Jahad Campbell here at 19, or is it going to be a Will Johnson?
When will we have our next quarterback selected? We'll find out shortly. We're live
It's so early for
on
Zabel.
ESPN.
I know the Seahawks needed interior offensive line desperately, but at 18 there, not go receiver. Oh. I mean, it's like Buka's still on the board. I mean, with all the edge rushers are really gone. I feel like the Packers have to go with Buka here at 23, which I had in my previous drafts. Buccaneers, I feel like, still go Campbell at 19. They could take a Will Johnson here to address the corner, to add to that Jamal Dean. Broncos, I feel like this has to be a Marion Hampton, or it could even be a Matthew Golden there at 20. Steelers, it's going to be, like, you would think they take quarterback, right? You would think Sanders falls to 21. Chargers, feel like this could be a Mike Green edge rusher. Kenneth Grant's already off the board here. Not really another defensive tackle that could go. Maybe Derek Harmon. Packers feel like they got to go receiver. Vikings, they can take a safety of their choice, whether that's Starks.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greeny's dental treats.
I mean,
Green.
Barron's still available too. The Packers could take Siobhan Revel, Jade Barron. Texans, not many great offensive linemen are left now. Zabel's gone off the board. Unless they want to take a Josh Connerly this early at 25. LA Rams, Luther Burden's still here. I don't know who else they would take. Ravens at 27. Josh Simmons is still on the board, though. Well, the Buccaneers' time is frozen right now. It's just 4:55, and it's not moving.
Because they're trying to make a trade.
This is a little
That would be interesting.
melty, cheesy.
Do you think the Lions move up here with Tampa Bay to jump ahead of the Broncos and take a Matthew Bolden? Who is trying
Lions
to
don't
trade?
need a receiver.
They're trying to trade J-Mo, though,
Why?
because he wants too much money. The Lions brought him in for a visit, seemed to like the guy.
But who in?
Who wants to jump in front of the Broncos? Or maybe even if someone's trying to jump in front of the Steelers and take Sanders.
That would be upset.
This doesn't happen overnight. But as you progress,
Someone might be trying to jump ahead
But
here.
who are the teams behind the Buccaneers need a quarterback?
there's something better. Hey,
Nobody.
you're making.
Nobody behind them needs a
Is
quarterback.
someone trying to jump ahead to take Namari and Hampton? Who would want a running back? Maybe the Chargers are trying to
They
jump
have
up.
J.K. Dobbins.
No, they don't. He's a free agent right now.
Oh.
They got Najee Harris instead. Oh, their time reset. They have 8 minutes now. 8.5 minutes.
You're never gonna. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, the pick is in now. Okay, that was really weird. So no trades happening. The Buccaneers are sticking and picking.
Oh, yeah.
Is this going to be a Jahad Campbell? Will Johnson?
You're right.
We're back.
With the first selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Alex Smith.
Forget franchise. Aaron Rodgers will be solid. How far he drops is going to be the storyline of the day.
The Miami Dolphins select Ronnie Brown, Parnell Williams, Antrell Roll.
And a week and a half ago, looked like Aaron was going to be the guy. I like Aaron Rodgers a lot. Somebody's going to get themselves a heck of a steal.
With the 24th selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Aaron Rodgers.
Ended up being best decision they've ever
Yeah,
made.
we're getting a similar result to that with Sanders falling.
For a draft moment, brought to you by Ego.
7% chance he falls past the Steelers. It looks like he will.
Sanders still on the board available. As
He's going to go to the Steelers at 21.
which is where we are now. Well, as you can see, it was around 15-50. He would be there at 13. The percentages continue to drop, and we were a few picks away from the Steelers at 21. Adam Schefter, what can you tell? Well, Brady, we're not going to see Shador picked at 19 or 20. The Buccaneers are sticking at 19. The Broncos are sticking at number 20, and that would bring us to the Pittsburgh
There's the
Steelers at 21. That is the pick that a lot of people have wondered whether the team would take it. He's got some trade within the organization. Mike Tomlin is a fan of Chris Sanders. Offensive coordinator Alex Kidd is a fan of Chris Sanders. What's it? Steelers also need help at defensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker.
They have wide receiver. They got George Pickens and DK. They don't need a wide receiver. They do not. Adam Schefter. They do not need a receiver.
They want to trade George Pickens.
Yeah, being there, you saw Shador with his love
Why would they do that?
and longtime coach. Deion Sanders been his coach all through his life. But the Buccaneers are on the clock right now. Here comes the commissioner with the 19th selection.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Campbell.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Ahmed Abuku.
Oh,
Wow, they went receiver?
they have a receiver.
Really?
Surprise, terrific player.
How did they go
Wow.
with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin?
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and they go Igbuka?
Consider Emeka Abuka is the school's all-time
Wow, over.
now 205 catches over 4 seasons.
Yeah, the only thing really slowed the Mecca Buka down was that left
Wow.
ankle injury in 2023. Missed
That's
3
unbelievable.
season, came
That's a
back,
shock.
41 catches. Just prior to that, he had 70.
I had him going Malachi Stars.
6 average and 10 touchdowns. This
Who?
past year,
Yes.
81 catches.
Buccaneers?
Yeah, I'm going Stars. Georgia.
Upcoming
Wow.
receiver. You know what?
Is he that good?
Because
Because he's been overshadowed by Jeremiah Smith and Marvin Harrison.
Very good.
But he's been overshadowed by Smith and Harrison.
Running under 4.5 with the kind of production and versatility and the approach, that workmanlike business professional approach is how he became a first round draft pick. Think about where Beckham played primarily, right in the slide.
Wow.
And also win.
So I feel like Denver, they have to go.
Omari and Hampton.
They got to go Hampton unless they want to take Golden, but it just doesn't make sense. I think they go Hampton here.
Don't they have like their number one receiver with Cortland Sutton?
They must be
Yeah, but they could always add another.
Don't they have somebody else?
Tight ends are gone. They can't go tight end here.
Don't they have somebody other than Sutton?
Um,
They have KJ Hamler.
Why this man have
no.
He's gonna have to start like following the breadcrumbs.
It also makes you wonder if you're Tampa, who's going to rush for confidence? Meaning you said we were picking defense.
Yes.
They need an edge rush. They signed Hassan Reddick on a 1-year deal. They need more shoots coming off the edge in this Tom Bowles defense.
You live in Tampa. You've been
Wide receiver. I don't understand.
Everyone told me they were going to go defense, and then they did.
And then, but again, this is not in any way a reflection on Emeka Egbuka, who was a terrific player there. You see Todd Bowles, the coach of the Buccaneers. So the Denver Broncos are on the clock, and then the Steelers will pick next.
Really?
It's been an intriguing night, and it's about to get all the more interesting. We're back in Green Bay. And just
Yeah, Steelers. They
What are
got.
the chances Shore falls, you think?
I just.
Like past the Steelers.
It wouldn't make sense.
brought to you by Progressive. Protect your auto
Oh wow, the Leafs took a 3-lead series lead.
at Progressive.com.
Mine was earned in Germany, 1984.
I earned it from a family in 1945.
Earned it for us.
USAA membership is for those who served and can be shared with their spouses, then kids, and their kids for generations to come. And because our members know USAA's commitment to serving the military community, they're proud to start their family's legacy. So I'm
This has to be
USAA.
Hampton.
See if you can become a member today. Members who switch save an average of $725 annually on auto insurance.
I was tired of being told no. No to my dreams.
I had no idea if anyone needs financing.
I have them going Hampton at 20.
Actually, from a dream, started a business.
I had the Steelers going Milrow at 21. Because I thought Sanders would be taken.
I have the Steelers. I think I have them going Milrow as well, actually.
Well, we'd get the position right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides Sanders going in.
And then I had Colton Lovell and Michael Williams after that. They're all both gone.
Let me see who I had.
There's nothing like that first Mercedes feeling. Experience the feeling.
Yeah, I had Jalen Milrow at 21.
Yeah.
Mercedes Benz.
Because he got invited to the draft. I mean, someone could always trade up for Dart or
Who?
Milrow in the later first round. I mean, the Lions could trade back.
With who? None of the teams behind him need a QB.
Let's not
I don't know.
to breast when it matters the most. Early
Pause.
detection for breast cancer is a game changer, and why I'm able to be here today.
Wow.
Spring
Egbuka at 19.
PetitionPlease.com.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak Walrus.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the
Broncos taking their time.
This stuff works on
Maybe they don't go Hampton.
Quote, this stuff works for up to 3 months.
What if they go
This
James
stuff
Pierce,
works-
Edge, Tennessee?
Way back. This stuff works on big
I had him go to the Chiefs at 31.
It would just be kind of
This stuff works
early.
without killing your lawn.
I mean, he's
This stuff
good.
works without killing your weed.
He's a
This stuff
dang
works
good
with-
player.
Let's look at best available.
What?
Real quick. Let me look at
Of
best
course, it'd be
available.
the
Very
Will Johnson still here? Can add.
Will Johnson's still available.
It's his injury history and his slowness.
His character.
Jody Barron, Derek Harmon. A lot of people think it's going to be Derek Harmon if the Steelers don't go quarterback. Jahad Campbell's still on the board as well. Josh Simmons is still here. Good talent.
Wait, Noah.
What?
Like a team that's already picked, like, trade, give their second round pick up to a team and trade for the first round?
Say that again?
Again, right now, it's
Like if the Jets wanted to like if the Panthers wanted to trade their second round pick to get a late first round pick, could they do that?
Yeah, you got some good
They could and trade up.
Right, but he's still on the board. As I wasn't there. If New Orleans, hey, I'm not waiting.
Maxwell Harrison should not be 5 here and
What?
best available.
What?
Josh Simmons needs to be higher. Malachi Starks is not even. Where is Starks?
He's been
He has Starks all the way at 17 and best available. That's disrespectful. Mason Taylor at 23 over.
3 months. They need a running back which completes. He is the help out.
Wow. Darius Alexander seems to be pretty high.
In that game against Oregon, that's why he's still available.
Who's on the second page? Trey Harris. Luther Burden all the way at 27.
What?
Yeah, if the Falcons did get Steele at 15.
Well, the Hills have 2 really good years at Houston with the
Luther Burden at 27. Donovan Jackson at 36. Jonah Sonavai over Donovan Jackson. Really?
Been an interesting night, very strange.
Benjamin
one.
Morrison all the way at 44.
At the very beginning.
Goodness.
Moving up from 5 to 2, but that has been the
Pick us into the Broncos.
so far in round 1.
I don't think they're going to it right now.
The first round in the common draft era was 3, and that goes back to 1971 is the most recent time. So we've generally had a lot more than that. The Broncos pick is in, and here comes the commissioner with a special guest to make the selection.
April is World Wish Month, and the NFL
What does that
is
even-
proud to support the
I don't know.
life-changing wishes that Make-A-Wish grants. Yes.
Oh, they're gonna have a Make-A-Wish guy.
Coming
Just to.
right now. Sam is a 17-year-old Broncos fan who has
I'm a Broncos fan. I want this pick to be good.
He looks good.
Good looking dude right there. Good looking girl right there.
His wish
That's a
is to
strong jawline.
draft
What?
It's
That is
just
a
strong.
for his favorite team.
I'm a Broncos fan. This needs to be a good. I want to get a running back here. We have. Didn't we have Jamal Williams and we traded him?
Sam,
Didn't we have Jamal Williams? Sir, go Broncos!
with the 20th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Jahdae Barron.
Really? They go corner, but they don't go Will Johnson. So now they have
And they did
Patrick
show him-
Surtain and they get themselves Jahdae Barron.
That's scary.
Been
It's a scary secondary.
final season with the Longhorns, like it says,
With Hufanga at safety? Wow.
Look at that hair, too.
and the country had 5 interceptions on the season.
Is that Peter Dinklage?
They don't go running back or receiver at 20. They go Jahdae Barron. Wow.
Where did I have him going?
The 5'11"
I had him going all the way at 31 to the Chiefs.
secondary
I had him going 18 to the Seahawks.
protect.
I had the Seahawks going James Pierce.
He tackles it all. He had 67 tackles, 5 interceptions on 11 pass breakups. That's it.
Oh, nice voice cracking off.
Short tackler, instinctive, versatile guy. He can play anywhere in the deep patrol.
Yeah, this is another guy that Steve Sarkisian, the head coach, that's what he raves about. He raves about Barron because of the fact that he's a great locker room guy. He's a guy who can fit in with everyone. He's kind of the spokesman for a team. He kind of settles everyone down. And as far as on the football field, you're right, he's super versatile. Can play inside and outside. That's great.
Jeez, that secondary is going to be nasty.
Well,
They're going to wait.
understand.
They're going to wait till later round. That's kind of smart.
To do what? Get a running
To get a
back?
running back, yeah. The running back class is so deep and talented.
Do you think Hampton falls to them?
The Steelers could go with Hampton here now at 21 if they
No,
don't
they're
go
going
Sanders.
Sanders. They're
We'll
going.
have to see.
They're going.
This
There's no
pick
way
is
they're
so
gonna-
intriguing.
There's no way they're going to pass on Shador.
You don't know.
Position player that can play inside.
They don't have a running back, though.
They don't have a quarterback,
Shifter.
which is more important.
He will be used very well as the
Quarterback.
All right, and so
They got Mason Rudolph,
this is spot that
and then they could sign Aaron Rodgers.
for quite some time. Adam Schefter, what can you tell us? Pretty one of the most intriguing spots in the draft. Shador Sanders is still on the board right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers still are awaiting an answer from Aaron Rodgers. One person in the league said they wondered how that combination, Aaron Rodgers and Shador Sanders, could go wrong if the Steelers went that route. But there are no assurances that Pittsburgh is going to go that route. 21, when they have other reject route. This should be an organizational decision. If they take Shador, he has
Sanders being picked here, I can't tell. The pick is in, but he's not on the phone. This is from before?
They could be texting him right now.
Maybe they already knew.
The Saints and Giants both really like Jackson Dart. So, Chucky, there's an irony in all of this, Milk, if you keep making the comparisons to Aaron Rodgers and the way that he slid through the draft, and now perhaps Rodgers playing some role in
Who's
this
that?
decision.
Jackson Dart.
To make this pick here at 21.
That's Dart's hair?
If this is the split
Yeah.
Shador Sanders, we'll finally hear his name.
Dart looks nervous. I don't know, but look, all of these fans are on,
They're sitting
but
here-
they're all standing up.
I know, but he looks super nervous.
They're
What
all.
about Milrow? He got invited.
Play great for us. He's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know who this could
Is
be.
nobody talking about Milrow potentially? He's got the biggest upside.
How do you feel about Shador at 21? Time at 5. This organization has not had a playoff game in 9 years. They haven't had any instant seasons in a long
They
time.
haven't had a franchise QB since Big Ben.
In this division, with Burrow and Lamar and the AFC loaded with great quarterbacks, and you have Mason Rudolph, and there's Shador sitting there, and you have no second-round pick. Where's the young quarterback?
They don't have a second round pick. They got to get Shador. They have to get a quarterback here.
I don't know what the Saints would take in there. That's their decision. I disagree with it. But if I'm Pittsburgh, Shador Sanders, the pass on him at this stage at pick 21.
They have to pick him. They have to.
I'm told that the pick is in. The commissioner is making his way to the stage. Will this be?
Who will the pick be?
Who do you think it's going to be? Shador. It's got to be Shador.
It's got to be one of the three
You
quarterbacks.
cannot pass on him. You cannot pass on Shador.
Oh, I don't.
Pick 2025 NFL Draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Carmen.
QB! They went the defensive tackle! Are you kidding me? They passed on QB? They don't want, look at those fans. They didn't want Sanders. They didn't want Sanders.
I
Wow!
don't think they have like a react. I think they're always going to cheer for who their team picks.
Wow!
Detroit started his career at Michigan State. Had more.
Went to Michigan.
He did something at Oregon that he did.
Wow! Are you kidding me?
What do you think's going through Shador's mind right now?
A lot of. I'd be very angry. I'd be disrespected.
I would feel extremely disrespected.
Wow!
I had him going QB.
Me too.
Disrupted. He got in the backfield. He hit one shot just into that game for October.
A lot of people did mock that though. I did say if they don't go Sanders, it will be Derek Harmon. They
Oh,
went
he
Derek.
was at your school.
Yeah, but
That's position that team having a guy that can be maybe.
Was he better at Oregon or Michigan State?
Oregon. Look at this. I mean, he was a monster at Oregon.
Was he just another Kayvon Thibodeau?
Well, he was recruited by Mel Tucker from Michigan State, and then when Tucker left, he went to Oregon, and he
With a
absolutely
defensive-minded coach.
Yes.
Tackles as part pass rush pressures from the inside. And when you look at Keanu Bitten, they took out of Wisconsin. He's played well, but getting to the passer hasn't been his forte. This is an opportunity to fortify the defensive front. Again, pass on the quarterback, fortify the defensive.
Wow, Sanders is still on the board.
No, nobody's in the first round is going to take him. They don't need a quarterback.
Who's going to play quarterback position for them?
That's a great question. We don't know right now. It'll be Mason Rudolph. One just they know. By the way, the Steelers' last first-round defensive lineman was Cam Hayward, whom they selected 31st in 2011. So there's the celebration in the Steelers draft room.
I'm shocked by Mike Tomlin.
The next quarterback come off.
Look, he's in Michigan right now.
And find out the Chargers are on the clock. We're back in Green Bay.
Isn't he where he's from?
He's in Michigan. He's from Michigan.
Wow. Where will Shador go? I can see somebody trading up from second round.
It's opened a new world for me.
Imagine the Rams at 26.
Oh, they need a QB. Because how old is Stafford now? 35?
Wow.
How old is Stafford now?
It's getting up there. The Rams are the only other team that could take QB.
They can take Shador, but they may not take Shador.
Shador going to LA. Imagine that. Not here, but I have this pick as being Mike Green, and right now I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know.
I have this pick to the Chargers as Colston Lovell, but he's gone.
It's gone.
Then I had the Packers going Michael Williams. He's also gone.
Oh, this could be a Will Johnson, a Michigan connection.
Or a
Jim
receiver.
Harbaugh.
Get another receiver alongside Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, they could go with a Matthew Golden here. But
Or Luther Burden.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a defense pick here.
You think?
You have to. You lost Joey Bosa. Khalil Mack's on his last year of his
They have
contract.
Khalil Mack.
He's on his last year of his deal.
And he's old.
And he's very old.
Gatorade. Is it in you?
Here again. Hey, check the steak home.
I'm shocked.
Steak so much bubbly. Can't spot my workout.
Sanders might fall to the second round.
I think somebody trades up in the second round.
Okay. And this is auto again, right?
Hey, this is my living room.
Will the Lions listen to trade offers?
Just another way to say it with the first.
Or the Lions trade up.
The second round tomorrow starts at 7.
Are you watching it? But you can't. We have Lamb.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's at 10.
Yeah, but we have the pre-party.
I don't give a crap about it. Party.
Perfect. Razor sharp cut. Find an Ego retailer near you.
$6 never tasted so
Chargers taking their time.
good.
I think they go Wilkie. I mean, how is Will Johnson still
World
available?
famous buttermilk pancakes, crispy hickory smoked.
I don't know, but there's also only been one trade so far in this
Which is kind of
draft.
surprising.
Which was still a big trade, but
I think it's a little bit surprising.
Our experts?
Welcome in.
Closer than you think.
Serve the dealers. Twice.
that we've only seen one trade.
Even for your first and 20.
Probably.
Let's take a look.
Here's what's problem. Like Luka's gone now. I don't know what Green Bay goes. Do they take Golden there at 23?
They have receivers though. Christian Watson.
Do they take a Jihad? Jihad Campbell is still on the
They
board.
could take like a Nick. I don't know his last name.
I don't think they don't.
Iman
They
Warrior.
don't need safety.
Who do they have as a safety?
Xavier McKinney.
That's one. It's one safety. You need two.
Guys who were great in the NFL, but they rolled to the pocket masters and where they slid. Now the NFL, this is like
Will Johnson, Amari Hamp. This could be a running back too.
back one.
How has Josh Simmons fallen this far? I mean, I had him going to the Ravens at 27.
And Denver took Shanae Barron, the quarterback safety. In fact, the smallest ask to drop into the running backs on a big need here. Josh Simmons would have been a top 5, top 10 pick and nothing for an injury. Aesthetically, he should be ready to go for training camp. There's that new goals. He would fit with the Chargers they're looking for as well. To Texas.
Are the Chargers listening to trade offers? What's happening here?
Chargers needs right now inferior offensive line.
They need an offensive line. They go Josh Simmons here.
Not stop the run. 27 is
96% chance to be drafted by 21st pick.
Wow.
Shador said,
I bet Dion is furious right now, dude.
96% chance that he would be selected in the first 21 picks entering this draft. 21 being the operative number with the Steelers. So we are now in that zone.
Jackson Dart still here. Jalen Milrow.
Trade up from the second round to make the aggressive. Yeah, we always act like we're in the 6th round of the draft right now. Sure, they're out of the next time. We're showing where Lamar Jackson wasn't taken. And then last time I checked,
Remember a couple, like, the year Lamar was here? Everybody was surprised by that.
And the Ravens trade up to get him at 32.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
Except they can't win a playoff game, but that's another story for the day.
right? There's Lamar Jackson. That list of the pocket pass. Johnny Unitas. Cut by the Steelers, picked over, right? Dan Marino passed over for Cal Davis, Ken O'Brien, right? Joe Montana went the 3rd round. Warner on transfer free agent. Hey, Manny, that's slick like Ryan Leeper.
This might be Will Johnson.
What is the author of Peter extort these new believers of Christ to live without their own living neighbors? They should only care about their own faith and not care about others. Well, that's not very faithful.
Who lost? Avante Samuel.
Miami didn't take it because he was right. That way, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, fourth round pick. Positional drop back, pocket pass. I didn't mention the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, next round pick. So just think about that. The NFL didn't like him back with Johnny Unitas came out of Jordan. They didn't like him now. And they get turned 9 out of 10 times. I don't know if it's the
Chargers up 30 seconds left.
Seeing that those quarterback, maybe like if you're a Pender, they don't do anything special. So
They taking Hampton,
people getting wild.
Golden, Johnson, or Mike Green?
Shadur Sanders plays football in the bucket, and maybe they're not valuing that in the first round. But you know what? If you're Jordan, let's be something special.
They have 10 seconds.
Quarterback and risk trade. Guys who we respect them more. Quarterback.
They're not make a pick.
That's the first thing that they talk about.
2, 1.
To play quarterback at high level in the NFL. They didn't say well.
Picks in just in time.
They say
I mean, they can go overtime.
It's not playing.
decision making.
They can go overtime.
Accuracy. That's what they say. Fedora have made great decisions in the pocket, outside the pocket. When he's getting his head knocked off, he's making great decisions. He couldn't control accuracy. The whole arm strength thing, I mean, come on. How many times? He's a nice passer of the football.
How do you pass on him for Pittsburgh? That's dumb.
With this coming down, I'm going to try to look at it from a team perspective.
So Steelers are not taking a QB.
Unless they trade up.
Teams like players, it's just a matter of.
They can't. They have unless they use George Pickens in a deal to get a second round pick.
Or to get a late first round pick.
Nah, George Pickens is a late first round guy.
He was selected in the first round.
First round pick, me and I agree with
He was a first round receiver.
Doesn't matter. He's not a first. He's no one's trading first round pick for the guy.
They might. Teams are dumb enough to do that.
They're taking against the teams who need a quarterback to pass on him, and he wants to pass it. A Drew Brees type of career, a Tom Brady type of career. He wants to, which he's totally capable of. You're going to sit back and there's going to be a lot of recruitment history on him. There's going to be a lot of case studies done on why did people pass on him? Was it because they thought he was cocky? Was it because of his dad? Was it because he was being tracked?
Just because of his last name.
How he plays the game. I agree. It's not how he plays the game. We have only had one quarterback selected. We have only had one trade made. If Shedeur Sanders was going to get drafted here, it would have to be a trade because Justin Herbert is going to be the quarterback of the Los Angeles.
The Rams? Nobody's talking about the Rams potentially taking Shedeur to sit behind Stafford for a year or two.
Green Bay Packers. So no doubt we'll get a jolt from this crowd. You see Jim Harbaugh's team has made its selection. Here's Roger Goodell.
Did you see the Rams taking a quarterback?
With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Will
the
Johnson.
Los Angeles Chargers select Omarion.
Another running back.
Yeah, you got that?
Wow.
That was a good pick.
No, I didn't predict it. I had them going Mike Green.
I know, but that's a good pick for them.
Oh,
And he did a running back.
yeah. They had Najee Harris, and now they get themselves a true running back.
So now you get. He's from Mooresville, North Carolina. Well, that makes sense. He was in
7
Carolina.
catches as well. Yeah, just turned 22 on March 16th. I thought he'd be at Denver.
Went to Mooresville, North Carolina. He's from Moores. I'm not that far from there either.
Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. Obviously, it's not the one.
Jim Harbaugh does love to run the football.
Everyone thought he'd be a Denver Bronco. He ends up falling to the Chargers.
Yeah, but
at 22.
now Jim Harbaugh got his running back.
Talk about a guy at 6.
Did the Green Bay take Mike Green here at 23?
I had him
Did they go Jahad Campbell?
I had him taking Michael Williams, but he's gone.
Dude, if the Lions managed to get Jahad Campbell at 28, that would be a steal.
They need to get like somebody on defense.
Who we get? So Will Johnson's still available. Green Bay needs a corner. This could easily be Will Johnson here.
It's Packers, but they have a quarterback. You just said that.
All the chickens and the ability there.
No, I did not.
To miss the consistent basis.
They could use a corner. Jai Alexander's being thrown in trade packages. They could still use a guy opposite of him anyway.
He will break tackles.
Morahan's a good running back. I watched him in college. He's good.
That's what it looks like. Joe Mixon wearing the North Carolina needs.
24 with the Vikings take Malachi Starks.
Harbaugh coming downhill. This is a perfect fit for Mario Nelson.
All right, and so
Will Johnson, James Pierce still available at 23. Mike Green. Will they take a receiver like a Matthew Golden, who's still on the board? The Lions are going to get so many good options.
in Green Bay.
The Lions could take a James Pierce, but he's got character issues, so I doubt the Lions go on with him.
He doesn't have character issues.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. I've read about him. He went to Tennessee. I'm high on him.
I hate to break it to you. He would be a lot higher if he did not have character issues, I'll tell you that.
I think the Chiefs take him.
We call him, there's been no question about it. And so with all the
I haven't fallen into the second round. Matthew Golden. Josh Simmons still on the board. Josh Simmons could go at 25 here to the Texans. Could easily see that. Or the Ravens at 27. Siobhan Revel, I don't expect him to make the first round. This could be the pick here at 23 too if they want to not take Mike Jones. Bill Johnson.
Penalties for acting a player. He's been healthy through the process, not banged up.
5 minutes. I haven't let it pick here.
So when is Bill Johnson? It's or you got Shador, Gabe Johnson, another guy. He's way up there. We don't know what his first is.
This is their pick. Everyone's for. This is Green
I
Bay.
think they want Will Johnson.
I think these fans would freak out if they got Will Johnson.
The Johnson drop. Yeah, it's all about how good teams are ready for another Johnson. That's what it's going to be. And there's going to be some questions about it.
Panthers have 6 more picks in the draft.
The teams that need a corner, a guy like this, a guy who, again, Rick Martindale, who coached him up there at Michigan, said, look, this guy has hands, has ball skills like Champ Bailey. The guy can snatch the ball and take the ball in the air like that. You think the pack doesn't need that? This comes down to the medical.
But imagine if Jack Sawyer falls to the Panthers.
They project forward how long he's going to wind up still playing in the NFL, what's going to be the risk, all of that. That's what's going to come down with me, Jim, because they have nothing to do with how the team ran plays. Keep that guy.
Especially with what they have been in the Jair Alexander. To me, this has got to be edge first. We have Scott Mike Green, and it takes led the nation in sacks last year. So edge first, right?
Taking their time. Obviously, they wanted Michael Williams at 23, but he went early. I mean, 49ers were range,
This is
in my opinion.
pick. I think this will take some of the stress. This will take some of the stress off of Thielen.
That's what I said.
What?
That's what I said.
I know.
Speaking of edge guys, James Pierce. James Pierce is a freak now. He is. He was found. Again, it's about trust. It's about don't argue, but there's no reason James Pierce should be on the board right now.
Yeah, he should have been taken
There's no reason
higher.
he should be on the board. You're getting into that area of the draft, Randy, where teams.
I know you know your stuff, but these guys do know a lot.
It's their job.
That's up. Because there are some darn good football players staying on the board right now.
And a lot of people say James Pierce deserves to be. That's one guy's opinion.
I think he's much higher than a lot of
Just because he
He's
went
better
to,
than some of those defensive guys from Georgia.
just because he went to your favorite college doesn't mean.
No, I think he's better than those defensive guys from Georgia. I think he's better than Michael Williams.
I mean, there, it's just like, does he have ideal measurables? But as far as a team is concerned, he reports to the doesn't have time to see the team football. Thinking Rocky was the side of the earth now. He's a great kid. Absolutely great person. And I'll tell you, 2 other kids, man, as UCLA Bruins, I call them having an entry with the
Vikings, I feel like this has to be a Malachi Starks. There's no defensive tackles here that they could go with. Texans, this could be a Josh Connerly or Josh Simmons. LA, this could be a Luther Burden or Sanders. Ravens, Sanders, or Josh Simmons be still available. Or they could go with James Pierce or Donovan Uzaraku. Lions, Matthew Golden's here. Jahad Campbell's still on the board. Rams could go Jahad Campbell as well, actually. And then we'll have to see who's available here in the past 4 picks. Kind of just focus on these first 4 here.
I think about it was back in the
What happened to Isaiah Bond?
I don't know what else.
He's in the NFL draft. He probably won't get taken till the late
got in
second,
trouble.
3rd round.
I thought he got in trouble.
No, he won't get taken till the late 2nd or 3rd round.
Saquon Barkley is a good example for why you shouldn't take a running back fifth overall. Bro, Saquon Barkley's the best running back in the league, Mina Khans. You know nothing. She knows nothing. She's female, duh. Of course she knows nothing.
Well, it took him some time when he got him.
She said, look at this comment.
And he wound up
Why you shouldn't take a running back fifth overall. What is she talking about? He's the best running back in the league.
I got 55,000 likes.
He got robbed of MVP last year. Mina Khans knows
Packers
nothing.
pick is in. They're hype.
Mina Khans knows nothing.
They are hype.
The screens here, as you can see on your screen as well. So the Packer fans all in attendance, waiting to hear who their team will add in this first round tonight. It's been a fascinating first round. Again, we've had only 1 quarterback come off the board. We've had only 1 trade. There have never been fewer than 3 first round trades. And the last time that we had that few was back in 1971. So the Packers will make this look here at 23, their division rival.
Well, so far we only have 1.
So the Vikings will be up next at 24.
They ain't taking a quarterback.
and then the Rams. So we continue to wait.
The Rams could.
Where a quarterback may go, and now we're looking here at the Green Bay Packers. They're set to make their pick. So the pick is in, and so the commissioner will be making his way to the stage shortly. A Packer team that had some good moments last year, made a playoff run, but played in such a tough, competitive division. The Vikings obviously had that great year, and the Detroit Lions, despite all their defensive injuries, finishing as the #1 seed in the NFC, falling short of the playoff run as well. So the Packer fans here dancing and singing and waiting to hear where they go until the commissioner is finally now going to make his way out. And so the pick is ready. And here comes the commissioner with a very after will be very well received here in Green Bay.
Okay, Green Bay, it's your time.
Look at that.
To make this
That's
historic
scary.
pick,
Brian Thomas from Travis Hunter.
first
That's
team
scary.
All-Pro, Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and Packers president
Dang
and
it.
CEO.
Jimmy Butler has been diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion. His status for getting trapped. The Warriors are screwed. We're screwed without playoff Jimmy.
Thank you, Roger. How about this atmosphere? Isn't it unbelievable?
Dang it. We're screwed without Jimmy.
He's out for the series?
No, he's out for game 3.
For bringing the
Most likely that's the
here for the
Who is that?
It's the president.
coming out to the Packer fans here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and everywhere, because our fans are everywhere. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the NFL Draft at Lambeau Field. It is our honor and privilege to host this wonderful event in our community, particularly since we are the only community-owned team in the NFL.
Are?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Fans can buy ownership in the team.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That's stupid.
We also expect others in the NFL.
Bro, just get on with
I
it.
also want to celebrate the special connection we have with our fans and
Brother, just get on with it.
professional football.
We don't want to hear you.
With the 23rd
Thank you.
2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champion
All right.
Green Bay Packers.
How do you feel about that? I'm a Packers fan too.
Since 2002, the top wide receiver.
Wow, they drafted Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden.
Wow. Whoa! For the first time in 23 years.
What a pick.
3 years. They were waiting for this moment their whole life. They were waiting until they got to Green Bay to get a wide receiver. They were waiting until they got to Green Bay to get a receiver. Get used to that cold, buddy.
I kind of wanted the Lions to take Golden at 28, Eagles at 23.
He was never gonna play on that phone.
Oh.
Why did Milrow get invited to the green room? He knew he wasn't going to be a first-time QB.
Still a fun experience.
That is, they waited. I bet you they waited until the draft got to Green Bay before they got a receiver. They wanted to do it in front of their fan base. And the announcers would just let them sit in the.
The Packers fans want to.
The Cheeseheads, let's go Packers! That's another one of my teams. My mom spent a week in Wisconsin. Brought me back a Cheesehead and a Packers jersey.
There should not be a reason why you should, we're a fan of the franchise.
I mean, they're not. I don't particularly cheer for them, but like, I would over the Lions and the Vikings. He's gonna be scary. He and Christian Watson. Woo! Jordan Love just got himself a target.
Malachi Starks to the Vikings. Come on.
No. Is that who you had?
Yeah.
I had going Nick.
Golden.
I had going Nick Amarori.
Wow, I can't believe he fell.
He's tight, bro. They just got themselves a scary receiver.
That's what the Packers fans wanted.
They were waiting for Green Bay.
There were so many reasons. There was no other team in professional sports quite like the Green Bay Packers, and Mark Alford did a great job of explaining some of those. And so that was the kind of moment you practically cannot get anywhere else in sports. Matthew Golden is going to address the crowd. Let's hear what he says.
Oh boy.
Now, he went to the microphone, but perhaps not. Well, here, address Molly instead.
Listen. Green Bay team. Hey, let me get a Green Bay 3. 1, 2, 3.
It wasn't like this in Detroit last year. This is the much bigger crowd than Detroit. There's 120,000 people there. In Green Bay that's more than the entire town.
Matthew, that was a warm welcome from
What? Are you upset about that?
What did you like to
It's all
in front of all these Packers fans?
Man, that's a blessing. I put in so much work to get here, and I got my family here, man. It mean the most to me, man. I can't thank.
What's with the teeth? Like, are those real?
At Texas, you stepped up big when the lights were brightest. How will you do that here
What?
in Green Bay?
That's what you should expect from me, man.
Okay, maybe I'm glad the line's didn't get it.
What?
I get over.
Is he cocky?
Man, whatever.
He is a bit cocky.
But I'm bringing that dog mentality. Know that.
All right, well,
He's definitely cocky. He's confident.
Vikings pick is in.
He's confident and cocky. I'll tell you
So
that.
who did the Vikings go with
The
here?
combine 4.29. That opened a lot of eyes.
The Vikings could go Will Johnson
He ran a
too.
4.29.
The 16th ranked player.
That's why he's so high.
Number 20.
He ran a 4.29. Wait, he was at Houston?
He averaged 20 plus yards per catch. Here he is for the Houston Cougars. Over a 2-year period, he had 7
Oh my, what a catch.
catches, averaged 13 yards a catch and 13 touchdowns.
Vikings could go Will
He
Johnson.
was sitting in a
I think they go safety because that's what they need. I think they go safety.
To add with Byron Murphy, that would be a great tandem.
I think they go safety.
James Pierce, I don't see the Vikings going another edge, especially with Dallas Turner drafted last year. They have so many edge. Jahad Campbell, linebacker, I don't see that.
He can handle playing
I
coverage.
feel like they have to go. They could go Josh Simmons, or they could go.
Boy, Jordan Love's
like
got
it must be
Jordan Love's got
Starks.
Golden on one side, Watson on the other side. Good luck guarding that.
And Jaden Reed in the slot.
Good luck guarding that. And they also have that other guy, Wicks, Dontavian Wicks,
Yep.
and Josh Jacobs.
At running back.
Jeez, that's a scary. That might be the best lineup in the NFC North. Best offense in the NFC North right there.
And Tucker Kraft at tight
Yeah,
end.
that's the best offense in the NFC North.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. At least they're not dumb enough to trade JMO.
We haven't traded him yet.
Just pay the man. It's not that hard.
We don't have the money to.
Why? Because you're focusing on. Why do you not have the money to?
Because we just paid Kirby Joseph. He's the highest paid safety in the league.
Is he
now.
that good?
He led the league in interceptions last year. It's very good.
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was worth to be
We
paid
have a
that
bunch
much.
of more extensions coming up. We have the second highest paid center, the highest paid offensive tackle in the league. We have, here we go. Malachi Starks. Come on.
Is that who you picked?
Wow.
Select Donovan Jackson.
Did you already see that?
I did. That's a reach.
Did you see that good?
For reach.
So that's crowd. Versatility is the word that comes to mind. He started 30 games at left guard for the Buckeyes. They kicked out to left tackle and played great. So Donovan Jackson goes to Minnesota, but I'm told to go. Adam Schefter has breaking news.
Oh,
Trade.
Schefter looking hell. Srini, we said this would be the quarterback range at the New York Giants.
Oh!
Back into
The Giants are taking Sanders. The Giants are taking Sanders.
the Texans. In return, they're giving up pick 34, pick number 99, and a third round pick in 2026.
Oh!
Giants and 25 are on the.
They're taking
They're
Sanders.
gonna take Shador.
Sanders. They jumped the Rams to do it.
Which means the Rams are gonna have to go Dart or Milrow.
If they even go quarterback at all.
Return it and get the quarterback they're looking for here.
But is it going to be Dart or Sanders?
Wait, was that the Giants' plan the whole time?
I don't
Was
know.
that their plan the whole time to take Carter, get their defense, and then get their quarterback?
Maybe.
Like I said, you have no idea what goes on in those rooms during the night. You have no idea what goes on in those rooms.
The Giants traded up.
You have if you are not in that room, you have no idea what is going on inside that room.
Store guy, love him, Jack Lord, I like, and I think a drive stable that hey, he's my guy because he can move around and he can say
They're gonna get Shador. What if they don't? What if they get Jackson Dart?
That would be insane.
Okay, and he can make the throw. 6'2" spark.
Who's their receiver though? Slate. Oh, Slayton and Neighbors. Ooh, Slayton and Neighbors. He's got people to throw to.
Great pockets after it. That Jack Stark gives him more with his leg than Fedora. And not only that, I had the pocket crashing.
They're not going Jackson Dart. No, they did not do that. They did not trade that pick to go to Jackson Dart.
He stands in that pocket and makes the pound throw. I agree with you. Shador.
People have no shots. Dart got taken over Sanders.
Did he?
No.
Did he? Don't. No. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put your phone down.
I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
No, put the phone down. Put it down.
I don't know.
Okay, put it down. Believe it.
Down late. That loss.
Wow. Dart looks happy.
Giants are in the clock. Adam Schefter is somewhere.
Oh, that man is gloating so hard right now.
Which he will find out right after.
Oh, all that, and you don't to trade, and then you don't get Shador.
That is
Jackson Dart gets picked before.
We don't know that. We don't know that. The pick is in. We
That
got
would be shocking news.
Commercial
That would
break.
be shocking.
Commercial break. Like he's going to train with his take that.
Oh, commercial break.
I know, but that would be shocking. You trade,
Oh
you
my
trade up for the
gosh.
25th pick to not get Shador.
What?
Just you trade the 25th pick to not get Sanders.
What? They trade up for Jackson.
I don't think that. Do you think they're gonna go Dart?
Look, did you see how happy that guy was?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it could be the Rams getting him. The Rams could be calling him at 26.
That's very true, actually.
The Rams could be calling him at 26.
Summer stars.
No, dogs on the table.
You should
But- But the Giants said the talks between Dable and Sanders did not go well at all.
Sanders said if he wanted to go anywhere, he would want to go to the Giants.
I thought he said he loves New Orleans.
Oh, the Saints passed on him.
Stage 4 and here's May
Who
23rd.
would want to play New Orleans? It's a dome.
Great. What do you typically offer for this?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number,
You can avoid
What?
outside
Don't look at it.
No, I'm not. I'm just my computer turned off. I gotta turn that back on. Ugh. There we go.
Because the firm was
Oh my goodness.
The Rams got to get a QB to replace because Stafford's old and he only probably has 1 or 2 years. Man, his life been smoked up.
all night. So sleeping on later.
I think if the Rams don't go, I think if the Giants, what if the Giants pass on Shador so the Rams get him?
Both get what we want. Sleep never does that.
Sean McVay loves offensive players. He loves Stafford.
Each side.
Oh,
Visit a sleep number store near you.
how does the author Peter?
It's such a long commercial break. Just show me the pick. Who are the Giants? Which quarterback are the Giants taking? Don't.
Oh, you got back right. The Giants just traded up in the second round of the first round. Either get Shador Sanders or Jackson Dart.
Available.
Shador Sanders is still available at 25.
Saves you money on the
But the Giants just traded from the second round of the first round, but they could get Jackson Dart and pass on Sanders, which is a dumb idea because Jackson Dart is not that good.
The orders on the way for Homer. The home body.
Yes, Shador. In my opinion, should have been gone at 9 to the Saints.
Delivered.
Saints passed on him and took a offensive tackle that they didn't need.
Like with pets, there's Chewy.
So now they're gonna roll. Are they gonna roll with Spencer Rattler? Because that ain't gonna go anywhere.
Yes. You see.
Quarterback comparison, Patrick Mahomes.
Who, Shador?
Spencer Rattler.
That man is compared to nobody. That man, no. He went to South Carolina. He was great at South Carolina for 1 year. My Braves are coming back, baby. We're starting to win some games.
They traded their second round picks on.
They traded pick 34 to the Texans for pick 25. They also traded pick 99 and pick 104.
2/3.
2/3.
Well,
No, a third next year. A third this year and a third next year.
yeah.
Here in round one.
He does not look.
Giants
Like-
have just traded up into the Houston Texans spot at number 25. And
How is he still available?
Is to draft a quarterback. Will it be to take that?
I don't think it's gonna be here.
The Big 12 Offensive Player of the
It
Year
looks like it's gonna be Dart. Look at him. Look at him.
at Ole Miss. Opinions have been split between these two. Mel Patrick, you have been on the Shador Sanders bandwagon since the beginning.
But he knows it. He knows it. He knows it.
Could be the Rams. You have no idea what goes on.
I'm sorry.
He picked at number 3 in this draft, taking Abdul Carter, the defensive end, out of Penn State. This was how many of the Giants fans definitely.
Well, yeah, because the Packers already took their player. They took Matthew Golden.
That's their first receiver they picked in the first round in 23 years.
Is that what they have?
They waited until the draft got to Green Bay to do it. I guarantee you. They were like, we're not doing it until we get back home.
That's not.
The Giants pick.
That's not how drafts work.
Yeah, well, I bet that's what was. Here we go. Shador or Dart?
Texans have traded the 25th pick to the New York
Shador or Dart?
With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The New York Giants select Jackson.
What?
It's Dart over Sanders.
How does it? What are you doing? Dumbest franchise ever. What are they doing? That is so dumb. Dumbest decision ever.
Holy crap.
Wow, that is so dumb. They just passed on a generational quarterback.
A generational was kind of crazy.
He's better than Dart.
Eli Manning, Mel.
Generational still
I
kind of
watched
crazy.
Dart play. He's great, but he ain't Sanders.
From the Village. And Jackson Dart 10 feet the defense with his legs. His completion percentage.
Wow.
Underlane.
That is a shocker.
65%. Culminated with 69%.
Wow, the Rams have their pick, which means they're going Sanders.
29 this past year. 11 rushing touchdowns last 3 years. 1,500 rushing yards the last 3
What
years.
did your group say?
Now, the concern for me, and the reason I'm the Shador guy is in the big spot. You come up big. For Jackson Dart, 2 games where Ole Miss faced a then-ranked opponent, LSU in Georgia. He completed less than 6% of his passes, and in each game combined for 2 touchdowns and 2.
That's
Falcons just traded. Falcons pick is in. The Rams traded their pick to the Falcons.
What?
And 2 interceptions. And
How the heck did the Falcons get this pick?
Why does that go quarterback? That'd be funny.
No, are they trading for Will Johnson? Trading up for Will Johnson?
But because the Rams had the 26th pick.
So why are the Falcons trading up here?
That's what I had.
They're jumping over. Are they taking a Josh Simmons? Are they jumping over the Ravens?
Or are
to
they
get
taking
Josh-
a Will Johnson?
I don't know.
Joe Montana. EJ Manuel went out of Geno Smith in 3 plays.
I don't think Dart's. He can be good, but he ain't Shador Sanders. Where is Shador? Shador's going to fall out of the first round. He's going to end up going like 31 or 32.
I still think, I'm going to say it, well, proven wrong is this. The New Orleans Saints are the perfect fit.
Yeah, I think the Saints go.
Weather, right? The Giants are weather, and this division's weather. And for Shador, like Drew Brees and Tate Manning, that dome would help him so much to give him a chance to be, I've either got a great career.
Falcons. Wow. How did the Falcons make?
Jackson is very, very well respected down in Oxford. Being a great teammate.
He's from Utah?
Another
Is he a Mormon? Makes sense. He looks like he'd be a Mormon. He looks like your just average Mormon dude. He's white. He's got a mullet. He's totally your average Mormon. And he's from Utah. That is the definition of a Mormon right there.
You just say he's white, he's not a bullet. Like, you're just finding it yourself.
No, but I'm not. My mullet ain't like that. His mullet is sweet looking. My hair doesn't look like that. That man has so much aura.
We'll see.
Look at that aura, dude. Those glasses, aura.
Okay, here's the trade details. Falcons get 26 and 101. The Rams get 46. Oh crap. The Rams get 46 and a 2026 first round pick.
Why? Because he has the same traits that Josh Allen had in Buffalo.
Oh, that's a crazy comparison.
The Falcons are giving up their first round pick for next year to get this pick.
Which means they really want Will Johnson or somebody, or James Pierce, or an offensive tackle.
This could be a James Pierce
Giant greedy.
thing.
And so now, once again,
Who'd they get with their first?
At this point, I don't even care what's happening in my draft board because at this point,
It's chaotic. It doesn't really
it
matter.
doesn't really. Nobody's doing well, anyways.
They took Jalen Walker at 15. Could they get a James Pierce too?
That'd be a steal. That'd be 2 steals.
Holy.
I'm not gonna go 2 edges in this first round.
No, Jalen Walker's a linebacker.
they drafted Phil Simms in 1979.
Daniel Jones was the worst thing ever.
Super Bowl. Philip Rivers, was not a Giant. He wound up being traded just an hour.
That was also dumb. The Giants could have had Philip Rivers. They could have won a Super Bowl.
A few years ago.
Oh my God.
I guess they did win a Super Bowl because they traded for Eli.
Jackson Dart, the 25th pick in this draft of the New York Giants.
Jackson Dart reeks aura, bro. That man spills aura.
Interesting how quickly he gets on the field. Now, I mean, RPO offense, you got
Pick is in.
Cincinnati. Now you add Jackson Dart, and they need to go quarterback. No,
Falcons must have just traded.
will he be afforded the time to develop out of that offense? The Falcons have traded into this spot, and the commissioner will announce their pick right now.
Have traded the 26th pick to the Atlanta Falcons. With the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select James Pierce.
Oh, you're right.
Wow, they trade up for James.
I'm a Tennessee fan. That man is he is better than the
Wow.
three. He is better than the three Georgia defensive linemen that were drafted ahead of him. He's better than all three of them.
Is more for Sheffield. Oh, Brady, this is an interesting trade. The Falcons get back this first round pick to take James Pierce and a third round pick. In return, the Rams get a second round pick this year and a first round pick in 2026, along with a second round pick this year. So this
That's a lot. Next year's class is so much better.
Quarterback class?
Overall class.
How? Arch Manning's the one quarterback I can name.
Oh, you have the LSU guy. You have Cade Klubnik from
Who?
Clemson.
Nussmeyer? He ain't gonna play.
You have Cade Klubnik.
Ty Simpson, Alabama.
for this
Will
trade.
he be a junior?
We only had one
He
trade.
sat behind three quarterbacks. He's a senior this year, redshirt senior.
As far as James Pierce is concerned, first team all SEC to the
That man is a dog. He is better than Michael Williams. He is probably not better than Jalen Walker, but he's better than Malachi Starks and Michael Williams and Walter Nolan. He's better than all three of those.
Walter Nolan's defensive tackle.
No, but he's still better than all three. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
without a doubt at 6'1",
See ya.
240
Just very explosive.
He's He runs a 4.42.
body type.
Look, those jerseys are glorious.
He gets those
Best jerseys in college football. The smoky grays.
classic. It's
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yes.
Indiana.
I don't know anything about football, and I'll say that, but that jersey is not good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The white, that jersey is nice.
They also wear out the all black jerseys, which is cool too.
The All Black's way better than the one. This was the best one. I can get behind the All Black.
Consistency.
The orange and black is tough. Gray.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh look at that. Look at he's so quick and
The
shifty.
Ravens, I feel like you gotta go Josh Simmons here.
He's so quick and shifty. They passed on Dallas Turner last year when they should have gotten him.
The last 6 years.
Falcons passed on Turner last year because they took Michael Penix, which ended up
They
working out.
learned their lesson.
Which ended up working out because Kirk Cousins ended up sucking balls. So
Michael Penix has been looking good.
I know, and Kirk Cousins ended up being booty cheeks.
The New York Giants were taking Abdul Carter earlier in the night.
The Giants might be a playoff team next year.
Looks like we're getting a commercial break here.
Action will continue.
Your team is next. It's Baltimore and then your team.
I know, bro. There's so many great options for the Lions to take here. If we look at best available, we have Will Campbell. We don't really need a corner, but he would be locked down.
I mean, Will Johnson.
Yeah, sorry, Will Johnson. Next to DJ Reed and
To recreate the look in your home.
it's getting late. What's the guy's name?
It's 11.
Partner of the
Josh Simmons.
What? I'm talking about the Lions corners.
Oh,
These are the voyagers of the Patrick Star.
I gotta look this up now. I'm blanking on his name. He locked down Justin Jefferson.
It's Mishmar. Nautical nonsense. Where's Officer Square Pants?
Oh, Meek Robertson, yeah. Meek Robertson.
Perhaps it was your imagination.
I don't think we'd get Will Johnson here.
Anger Mountain of Entertainment.
Ravens, I feel like this could be a Will Johnson or Josh Simmons.
there's no way Will Johnson falls this fall.
The Lions, they could take Mike Green or Jahad Campbell.
Who are the Commanders taking, bro?
They need a.
A lot of people think it's going to be Donovan Uzaraku from Boston College. He's an edge. If this is what the best available is, I had them taking pretty far. This is Mel Kiper's best available. It's not.
To watch whenever you want to watch.
I had them taking.
For one and make sure.
Jalen Milrow.
I don't think. Jalen Moore is going to end up being. Nobody in this rest of this draft needs a QB.
only getting isolated results. Big gains come from AI that works
Can I pass
across
him?
all your data and applications. AI built for business. IBM. Those
Oh yeah, I did. I had them taking Oladejo, another edge from UCLA.
Moisturize with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
These are the best players available.
Check out the new whip. Fully custom.
Pretty Bud Light's gonna fit in that company.
As many Bud Lights as it takes.
It's a lot of Bud Lights. I'll give you one of those.
Yo, I can borrow pro with you.
He's far from the interrupts.
Hear about that?
So I was looking for a quarterback.
Oh,
You're right, Billy. He's due bring on that.
every shoe for every athlete.
This is the GOAT.
Hidden Valley
Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT.
Really? It's a real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words.
You think Mahomes is the GOAT?
Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
He's like, I don't know. Every shot.
You just lost to Jalen Hurts.
Gonna be hiding in the crease.
Tom Brady lost to Nick Foles. Even worse.
You might think in the heat. And you might
Your point? He lost to Nick Foles.
And you might be witnessing.
You got 7 Super Bowl.
And you might be thinking,
So he didn't. He only had 2 in his first 4 years. Mahomes had 3. What?
because
You go fast.
MJ. Duh.
Why?
I can. He played against
Monday.
because he's won 6 championships. He's
Alright, that doesn't matter.
he's also
I knew that was the first thing you were going
he's also
No. I just wanted to prove that doesn't even matter. That's all.
he is also
I don't really care about
the only other player that's won 6. He's won the Finals MVP, scoring title, league MVP, and all defensive team in the same year. LeBron's never done that. Jordan's done it 6 times.
Taking a wide receiver in the first round.
He also played against 7 of the top 10 steal leaders, 7 of the top 10 points leaders, 7 of the top 10 assists, 7 of the top 10 rebound, 7 of the top 10 block leaders. He also played against a much better defense. He played against the Bad Boy Pistons. He played against
Sure.
Clyde Drexler and the Blazers. He played against much better teams today.
He also had a better team. LeBron did more with less. I'll say
No, he had Kyrie and he had All-Star Kyrie.
one guy. I mean,
LeBron's played with more All-Stars than Jordan has.
Football IQ.
You can go look it up.
overall.
You can go look it up.
Josh Simmons.
The Baltimore Ravens select Malachi Stark.
Oh, a safety, really?
They have a safety though. They have Kyle Hamilton.
Did he just say defensive end?
No.
But they have a safety. They have Kyle
He
Hamilton.
said defensive back.
The team defensive does a touchman. The national championship team finished with 6
He's joining Kyle Hamilton. Right?
That's scary safety duo.
That's scary tandem, yeah. Here's this, Ryan. LeBron has the best career.
It doesn't
But
matter.
Jordan-
Longevity doesn't matter.
How does that not matter?
Because Jordan did more in less time. Jordan did more in less time than LeBron has done.
But Jordan, LeBron has way better stats.
Yeah, points scored, all that stuff doesn't matter.
You just said it. That was great.
I said longevity and points doesn't matter at much.
Lions are on the clock. Did he go Jahad Campbell? There's Phil Johnson's still available.
The NBA's viewership is at its all-time peak during Jordan's era. During LeBron's era, the NBA has gone doo-doo in the last 10 years.
So that has nothing to do.
Also, they don't play defense today. They actually play defense in the 90s. The Bad Boy Pistons,
Bro.
2 of the best defensive teams of all time.
Bro, you really gotta be like joking.
The
The
NBA.
amount of people that watch the NBA.
You think the NBA is better today than it was in the 90s?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying more people watching the games or less people watching the games have.
I'm not saying that affects it that much, but I'm saying that has to have that. I mean that.
Lions pick us in. We didn't trade down. We're sticking and picking. Oh, who is this going to
Why would you
be?
trade down?
Because from what we've seen, from who the Lions have brought in for visits, it didn't really bring
Okay, that suit is clean as heck.
with the Lions.
That suit is so clean. I need that suit. How much do you think that suit cost? 1,000?
down the field against Washington.
Is it Mike Green?
But he's a solid, steady player. That's a nice fit, Melville Powell. Real nice fit. I see both these safeties drop down this far.
Nice voice crack.
Guard scenarios, they'll be well dressed. The offensive guard spot, and they're in a pretty good spot. To know that they've solidified that spot. Keep in mind, Ardarius Washington.
It might be a long time before this Lions pick is announced.
No.
Cherokee 2025.
Yeah, they still have this guy for the Ravens is just now getting hugged.
Those are
Or the Lions just knew immediately who they wanted. They've known who they wanted the whole night.
smart people work together with one another.
Maybe they wanted Will Campbell, and they're shocked that maybe they wanted Will Campbell, and they're shocked he's fallen this far.
Who the heck is Will Campbell?
I mean,
That was a freaking long hug, bro.
what? Will Campbell's the offensive line that was taken by Michigan by the
Right.
Patriots.
Yeah, there's no.
You make some really good arguments. I just think the fact that more people watch the NBA is just.
Well, okay, that doesn't. Maybe that's.
I think
not,
that one's a weak argument,
that's
but
a
I think
weak-
you're making pretty strong arguments.
There's 3 players in NBA history who have won an NBA title, an MVP, a scoring title, a Finals MVP, and all defensive first team. 3 players who've done it. Can you name those 3 players? LeBron's never done it. Jordan's done it 6 times.
Goes down to Molly, who's with Malachi. Molly.
What do you mean?
Jordan's done that 6 times. So he's won a Finals MVP, a league MVP, scoring title, a defensive player of the year. All 5 of those.
So I would argue
There you go.
that the fact that he won all of that speaks less to how good he actually was, but how for the league was.
Defense was a force down this stretch last
Or that was just because he was that good.
to that second.
Or it's because there wasn't enough players that were good to make good competition for him.
The 90s was some of the best players. 7 of the all-time assist leaders,
hey,
7 of the all-time
that's all
block
I'm
leaders,
arguing.
6 of the all-time scoring leaders, 7 of the all-time assist leaders, and 8 of the all-time rebound leaders all played in the 90s. So, some of the greatest players of all time.
Oh, the Packers are brilliant because the Lions pick is about to be.
Duh.
It's just been a while since we've seen the other divisional teams in here. They booed the Bears quite loudly. They booed the Vikings loudly, and now they would boo.
The other issue with that argument
Lions, obviously, a
is that-
terrific season last year, a terrific team.
All of those guys' careers are done.
Decimated by injury.
I know.
Defense.
But
So it doesn't. It is good stats, but
Okay, and here's another thing. How many it took? Let's see. It's an argument. Michael Jordan scored.
but it's also like played in the '90s doesn't really mean much because you don't know how good their team was that they were on. So, for example, take the dude on the Timberwolves that has that 300 threes. Anthony Edwards. He has like all those threes, but he hasn't done yet. So that's a stat.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 player in the league.
But his team hasn't done yet.
They're tied with the Lakers 1-1.
Yeah. They got
Now you're reaching.
They're tied with the Lakers, and they probably could beat
That's
the
a
Lakers.
reach though, bro. They haven't won anything.
Okay.
Right? So I'm just saying like
LeBron's Lakers had it.
being good at being one player being good doesn't mean the teams that you're competing against.
Okay. Another thing is
But
Michael
I will say my argument there is really weak because my whole argument was that wasn't competing against good players.
Maybe if you
Therefore he was winning all the awards. So what I just said has no merit.
Okay, another thing is Michael Jordan has been all defensive first team 9 times. LeBron's been all defensive first team 1 time. Jordan in the final. Jordan never went to game 7 in the finals. LeBron's been to game 7 like almost every time. Or LeBron's also gotten swept 4 times. Jordan never lost in the finals.
Yeah,
He's never gone to a game 7. He played with the flu and dropped 40 in that game.
I just don't think like those arguments speak as much to the player as they do for the teams that they're on. That's all.
The Detroit Lions select Tyreek Williams, defensive tackle.
Are you surprised?
Ohio,
I don't think he was expecting that.
Sacks in his college career.
Jordan's being 9-time all defensive first team 9 times. LeBron's done it once. Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times. LeBron's never led the league in scoring.
He's the all-time points leader.
Yes, but that doesn't mean he's never led the league in scoring.
He's the all-time points leader.
He's also played
And Ohio State.
7 more years than Jordan.
That means something.
Also, there's no defense, so it's really easy I could score 10 points in an NBA game. There's no defense. There's no defense.
No doubt.
The league is suited for 3-point shooters today, and that's what I am.
Oh, I had the Lions draft this guy at 60.
LeBron's not.
Took him at 28.
Fluidness of movement for someone with
What are we doing? That's a reach. We could have traded down.
full double team, something.
Oh,
You got your defensive tackle along with Aiden Hutchinson. Now.
oh my. We have Lee McNeil. He's the highest paid defensive tackle in the National Football League. Yeah, he won't be back till halfway through the season because he has a torn ACL. But we have DJ Reader. We have Levi Unjaroki, which re-signed for a year. Why did we get Tylee Williams as our first rounder? Oh, what are we doing?
Anders take Shadur.
Yeah, that's
You still have 29. We'll be right back. Ego, the number one.
How'd you feel about Will Johnson here?
Pushes the boundaries of innovation.
Aren't you a Commanders fan?
Expect all of one battery platform. Experience the
Is Will Johnson a safety?
Yeah.
It's corner.
Corner from Michigan, but his injury history.
string trimmers.
Took Mike Sanders drill and it works out that good for you.
Push of the button. And our most powerful tool.
Michael Jordan's averaged more points than LeBron in his finals too.
To the next one battery hours night.
Scoring titles 10 for 1 for LeBron.
Find an ego.
Wow. Jordan played in a far superior era, the much tougher. Defense was better and teams were better. The 1990s had the most teams that won 50 or 60 games in NBA history for a decade. Jordan defeated seven 60-plus win teams.
Best deal of all time? Gotta be Wendy's.
And 20 teams that had a record between 50 and 15 wins. That just proves that the NBA was better back then.
Oh.
Because teams were better. They were winning more.
What does that mean?
That means it was better. Much superior. Defense was better. Teams were winning more. Jordan beat 7 60-win teams. It's, you know how rare it is.
Teams are winning more, but that doesn't really mean anything because there could have been 4 good teams and everyone else, and the gap was like this. You know what I mean?
Could you email me the power?
So it means a little bit, but it's also like there's no way to really quantify that.
Jordan is a far superior defender. All defensive first team. Jordan 9 times. James 5 times. Steals titles.
You said one. You've been saying
Jordan
one.
has won 3 steals titles. James has 0 steals titles.
You mixed up with the other guy. What's his name?
Jordan won a defensive player of the year. LeBron's never won a defensive player of the year.
Good guy, go.
The problem with like stats like this,
Could
Ryan,
you just tell me how?
is that you can make a list of stats that LeBron has that Jordan doesn't.
Michael Jordan takes over games and is able to lift his team when need. So does LeBron.
There you go. Thank you for pointing that out.
So does LeBron. But Jordan had much less help than LeBron had.
Debatable.
LeBron James is a turnover machine. That man turns the ball over. It means he's also a flop, James.
You're just reading what you're seeing.
So
You're just seeing what you're just saying what you're reading.
Playoff winners or tires with 24 seconds or less. Jordan 9 for 18, LeBron 8 for 23. That's a big difference.
All I'm gonna say, Ryan,
Playoff game winners. Jordan 10 for 19, LeBron 8 for 23. Game time winners with 25 seconds or less. Jordan 4 for 8, LeBron 0 for 6. In the finals on game winners. Jordan is a better shooter. Jordan's the only player over 40 to shoot over 50% from the field, over 35% from 3, and over 80% from the free throw line. He's the only player to do that over 40.
LeBron's got to 40.
He's been 40 for 2 years.
42?
41.
No,
40, 41, 2.
LeBron is 40. I'm not saying he'll do that, but
Jordan shot over 50% in the NBA Finals 3 times. LeBron's done it twice. Jordan has never shot below 40% in the finals. LeBron's done it twice.
LeBron's also been to more finals.
Yeah, he's 40 years old exactly.
Yeah, he's been to more finals than Law.
He just turned 40 years old.
And he's 4 for 6 in the finals. Jordan's 6-0.
I get your point. All I want to say is
championship game and
I don't think it's as night and day as you're making it out to be.
LeBron James has never had to defeat teams with 50 or wins or 60 wins in a playoff run. Jordan's done that 5 of his 6 runs. LeBron James has never had to defeat 3 teams with 50 wins or 2 teams with 60 wins. Jordan did that 5 times.
A stat like that doesn't really mean anything to me.
And Mike Green pass rusher out of
Mike Green is still on the board here. You guys need an edge rusher, but this could be a Mike Green.
Michael Jordan never claimed to be the best player in the world because he proved it on the court. LeBron James gloats about it all the time. If you know you're the GOAT when you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to say you're the GOAT because you know you're the GOAT. LeBron James also, Michael Jordan also has a documentary and LeBron James doesn't.
Okay, who was the GOAT before
Jordan
Jordan?
still playing. Like,
GOAT before Jordan?
bro,
Probably Larry Bird and
Ryan.
Magic Johnson.
Ryan, a lot of the stuff you're saying is really good, but saying that he's the GOAT because he has a documentary about him is not an argument.
That's just something I said, but I didn't say that was.
Wow, another offensive tackle? You just traded for Laramie Tunsil.
LeBron James is let's see. LeBron James has the most flops in the NBA Finals ever. Jordan never flopped.
I don't like that.
Jordan has 6 titles and 6 finals
Like
MVP.
this
I don't care. I don't.
LeBron James has 4 titles in 9 tries.
What do you mean, like, LeBron has the most flops? Like,
That was just a random. That was just a random stat they put there. I don't know.
How
if
do you
that's-
even calculate that?
I don't know what they calculate as a flop or what they don't. I'm not going to take that into consideration.
Show what he could do. The Mike Green was one.
LeBron has won 4 titles in 9 tries. Okay, and LeBron's never won. I think he's won Finals MVP once.
I was surprised. What? He's got to show the ability to drive the defender off the wall.
All of Jordan's records and accomplishments were also done in 13 seasons and fewer games than LeBron James. He did more in less time.
Extra itself. Slugging events against outdoor corner. Didn't allow sacks there. The athletic ability consistently take away the edge and mirror that defensive edge.
Plus, Steph Curry's better than LeBron anyways.
I kind of like it, I guess.
Steph Curry's better than LeBron too.
Why?
He's beaten him 3 times in the finals. He's transformed the NBA. Yes, he hasn't scored as many points, but that does not matter.
You're just, at this point though, dude, you're just looking for, like, you're just reaching because you're a LeBron hater. You're not really like a Jordan
I'm
lover.
not a LeBron hater, but I don't.
But he's smart though. Like, everyone knows, no one's claimed, why would you ever say Curry's better than LeBron?
He's got nice feet, heavy hand.
Like, Curry is a very good player.
There's a lot of stats to prove that he might be. There's also stats to prove that LeBron is too.
Yeah, I just,
But you think Curry's better than LeBron?
Yeah, I think Curry's better than
So
LeBron.
you think Curry's better than Jordan?
No. Jordan's the GOAT by far superiority. Not even close.
Huh?
Jordan is the GOAT by far. He will always be the GOAT.
oh, okay, but that, see, that's why I don't take anything seriously.
At least right now, he's going to be the
But
GOAT.
if you say he's always the GOAT and forever be, it's like, no matter.
Okay, well, he may not ever be the GOAT. For right now, I don't see a player
Okay.
living up to the
But you know what I'm
living up to the.
If you're not even,
best.
if you're already saying he's going to be the GOAT, no one could ever be better. But no one's ever.
I'm
gonna
saying
be better.
I don't see a player at this point in the NBA
Samuel, he's
gonna live up to the and be the potential of Michael Jordan and be the player Michael Jordan was. Jordan. I mean, I know LeBron didn't go to college,
as
but
much winning as any.
I can't really say that because he didn't go to college. So
Taking it all the way. There's 78 wins, including playoffs.
Jordan won a national championship. LeBron. I mean, that doesn't really count because LeBron didn't go to college, but
Making a Super Bowl appearance.
and that's college basketball. That's a whole different argument.
Damning with faith.
Jordan wasn't that great in college.
They need something to put them over the top.
What about
Is it Malachi?
all the years Jordan didn't win that year?
What about all the years LeBron didn't win?
Was good.
But he went to the finals 10 times in a row.
No doubt about it.
Okay, but Jordan also was able to win 3, retire, play baseball for 2 years, come back and play at the exact same level he played before he retired.
Really, 24 campaigns.
And win 3 more titles against 3 of the best teams of all time. The Jazz twice, probably the greatest team to never win a championship.
Florida State, and both of these guys. I mean, they're those long.
He also had that flu game where he dropped 40 with the flu. Never went to a game 7 against
Down the red zone.
arguably the best team ever, the Jazz. They never won a title.
In the first round, I had back for the 40 at the combine. That's right.
I think it's. I don't know who the GOAT is. I personally watched LeBron, so I'm biased. So
I've also never seen Jordan play, but I watched. I don't really watch much NBA anyways.
I don't claim to really know, but I do think it's closer than you're making it out to be. That's all.
He had that same kind
I
of.
think Kobe's better than LeBron too. To back those stats to back that up.
Good players on the board.
Oh, LeBron was also. I mean, Jordan's also loyal. LeBron's not loyal.
It's just not a reason.
LeBron LeBron left Cleveland because he knew he couldn't win in Cleveland. He left to go play with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Jordan would have never done that.
Yeah.
Jordan played with one All-Star his entire career. Scottie Pippen was the only All-Star he ever had. LeBron's played with 9 All-Stars. LeBron knew he couldn't win, so he had to leave to go play with another superstar.
So yeah, I mean, they both make sense. They both make sense. A team that we mentioned.
What?
When he came back,
Who?
LeBron.
Multiple times in the
Then
last
went to
few
the
years.
Lakers.
Last year
When he
was
came back, and he's their best team ever.
They lost so many of their
72-10 was the best team ever.
Set their salary
Because they
cap
won a championship that year, so that was Jordan 98 Bulls, 72-10.
against Mahomes.
The Warriors 73-19 was not the best team ever. They were the best regular season team
That's
ever.
in which direction they go. Everyone here is expecting.
They were also down 3-1
I
against.
just want
They were down 3-1
I
to
just want to say, dude, like,
Take a step towards San Francisco or San.
you're just doing everything you can to discredit LeBron.
I'm
If
not-
that Warriors team would have beat LeBron, it would have been the best team ever. But LeBron is the reason they're not. And so, like, just because they didn't win, they're not the best team ever. Sure, out of technicality, but
If you're the best team ever, you should be able to win.
you're just
Every
discrediting
game.
the accomplishment of LeBron.
LeBron didn't.
You don't want to acknowledge.
Also, LeBron wasn't the one who hit the shot in Game 7. It was Kyrie who hit the shot.
You're just doing everything you can to discredit LeBron. Like, we could go back and watch the tape of all the times Jordan got carried, but no,
Jordan-
you don't have any stats about that.
Jordan
You
never
didn't
got
live there,
carried
you
because he
don't
never
know.
played with anybody that was better than him.
Tommy.
Yeah, I don't.
He only ever played with.
I don't
one
really
All-Star.
want to talk.
He only ever played with one All-Star. LeBron played with 9.
Let's go, Tommy.
What?
You're not being reasonable. With
I'm saying all these factual stats.
but you're not being reasonable about. You're doing everything.
I'm not a LeBron hater, but there's
You are though. Everything you say is LeBron hate.
the 3-1 comeback was LeBron was great, but Kyrie also averaged 35.
Which you say is the
That's it,
greatest comeback of all
you're just
time.
doing everything you can to discredit LeBron, and so you're never gonna give him the light of day.
But Kyrie
to
averaged more
recognize-
points in that series than LeBron did.
You're never gonna give LeBron the light of day because you don't recognize anything that he does well. So there's no point in me having this conversation.
Well, why would you say LeBron carried that team when Kyrie averaged more points in that series?
I'm not.
Kentucky.
Let's go indeed. Cornerback out of Kentucky who ran.
He made it into the first round.
He ran the fastest 40 summer.
Personality.
I saw him in person. He's not. I mean, he locked down, but he was not.
Yeah, but who did he lock down?
God.
2023, he was outstanding. 5 interceptions.
You said that about the Lions first round pick.
I know.
Touchdown in one game against Vanderbilt. Then this
Took
year,
time.
Oh, also, nobody on Jordan's team ever averaged more than 20 points in the playoffs. LeBron's had.
I don't know.
LeBron's had
I'm not-
4 players that averaged over 20 points. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving,
it's like
all averaged more than 20.
It's fine, bro. I don't really want to have this conversation anymore. But I really don't think all these stats you're saying are actually
They
that.
are true.
But you said LeBron was all defensive team one time, and then the article was like 5.
Well, I
just don't think you actually know as much as you say you are.
Well, all the stuff about Jordan.
I think you know a lot of stuff. I feel like you're throwing stats at me and you don't actually get.
Okay, 5 times.
Yeah.
He also never won Defensive Player of the Year.
10 line broad, 14 5 But he has to.
Did they do the second round tonight?
No.
For some of the deficiency rules that he had as far as route recognition.
Wait, Philadelphia and Kansas City, did they swap picks? It was
They
supposed to
did.
be KC first and then Philly.
He slipped down to 130.
The Eagles traded up one spot.
That's so dumb. That's the point. What do they want?
I don't know.
Guys got to make some plays at the ball in the secondary. And this is the kind of kid, the kind of
Scary fall.
He was the first defensive back in school history.
We're probably gonna take a safety here, like Nick Imawari,
Quarterback.
or an edge, like Donovan. I had them taking Donovan Izaraka from Boston College.
What now?
That was 24th in the NFL. Now let's take a look at Max Harrison. Yeah, I got some great.
Is this guy gonna be like the DeMar Hamlin, but he's not gonna have a.
Or they could take Josh Simmons, who's still on the board.
Is this guy
somehow.
gonna be like a DeMar Hamlin, but not have a heart attack on the field?
Maybe that's why they traded up.
I know.
They had to convince.
DeMar Hamlin's a good player.
They had to convince the Chiefs not to take Simmons for them.
The
Josh
Chiefs needed an
Simmons-
offensive lineman.
Josh Simmons could be their Lane
I
Johnson.
know, but the Chiefs needed an
replacement.
offensive lineman, or he could be their Jason Kelsey replacement.
No, they already have a Jason Kelly. It's Cam Jurgens. They have. He was a Pro Bowl guy. They just paid him.
Since when did Kentucky have any talent on their team?
They've always had.
They were hot garbage. They were dog water.
They always have very good defensive players. Remember Josh Hines Allen, Josh Pascal,
And yet can never find a quarterback.
Judge.
Would have beaten Georgia last year if Mark Stoops didn't punt the ball on 4th and 8 with 3 minutes left, knowing very well and good that he was not going to get the ball back.
You don't have to be negative though. Like I'm trying to give credit where credit's due. They have great.
No, they have a great defense, but they have no offense. So how can they win anything ever?
They usually always have.
They just stop being negative, and then next thing we saw was negative.
No, they have a great defense, but they can never find a quarterback to complement that good defense. They've had good receivers, they just can't find the quarterback. Devin Leary was not that good at Kentucky. Brock Vandegrift was awful. Will Levis had one good year.
The stage where Motley has Max.
Only a first round quarterback.
And look who he's turned out to be, one of the biggest busts in the NFL.
I won't say the biggest, but he's a boss.
He's a big bust. Maybe he should just stick to mayonnaise commercials. Because he's about to lose the starting job to Cam Ward.
We're getting in you.
Man, Buffalo, they're getting the ultimate competitor, the ultimate teammate, and they're getting somebody that's going to give Josh Allen the ball back.
What a personality, bro. He's literally just me.
I don't know about that.
That personality is just like me. Well, that personality is just like.
But except instead of being super positive, he'd be super negative.
No. I mean,
I should have gone number 1.
He'd be just like I'm just like him, except I'm not a first round NFL quarterback.
Quarterback. Your first round NFL split a Super Bowl.
I'm a D1 swimmer. What do you mean?
Here, the Eagles have moved up to 31.
Why? They must want somebody that the Chiefs want.
Kansas City.
They must want that offensive lineman.
Josh Simmons, Donovan Izaraku,
And we're getting ready to
Will Johnson.
They must want that offensive. They have quarterbacks, so they have C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
No, they traded him to the Texans.
That's stupid. Maybe they will want Will Johnson then. Didn't they just trade Gardner-Johnson a year ago and bring him back?
No. He hit free agency, the Lions signed him.
That didn't work
He
out.
went back to the Eagles, won championship, won the Super Bowl, then went back, then got traded to the Texans for Kenyon Green at guard.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what me and him are saying. Like, why? They must want somebody that the Chiefs want.
What do they think?
Probably going to take Josh Simmons first round.
I would assume they're trying to convince the Chiefs not to take Josh Simmons so they could. It's an
But they
offensive
moved
tackle.
up, so it doesn't matter now.
It's an offensive tackle that shouldn't be there and could be their replacement for Lane Johnson.
I only have $533, I think.
Swap pride.
Did Lane Johnson retire? Did they trade him?
He retired, didn't he? Did Lane Johnson retire?
Face is gonna stay like that.
No, he's still in the league.
USA.
Where did he go to?
Grandpa was in the military. You shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. See, USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
I don't want to go to chapel tomorrow. Well, I probably should.
Do I have him? My credit's done? Let me check.
I have a full credit left, but I can just get that with Wham.
Tomorrow's chapel is Kevin Brown shout out time.
Shout out?
Yeah, he just gives shout outs to random students.
Random
Random
students?
Seniors.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was going to go like random students because it's like Ethan Bono deserves every single shout out at the school.
I'm going for a little upgrade. My tats.
He broke 4 school records. Nicest guy on campus.
Count me in.
How is Shador still available? I don't understand.
Oh.
Try and beat it.
What?
I think I have to.
You have 2 credit. Tomorrow's a 2 credit chapel.
They didn't give me my,
Brilliant recovery.
They said I did go to Station of the Cross,
So does the Losac.
but they didn't give. Why do I only have
Lowe's team has
30 out of 32? I should have. What?
You have all your flex credits?
Why do I only have 30 out of 32? I guess I have to go tomorrow morning. That's disappointing.
Well, you could. Well, yeah, because Wham's only 1 credit.
Macy's, the fragrance destination.
All right.
I could just not go to chapel and go to Wham because it's worth 1 credit.
Bishop Ambassador, it's opened a new world for me.
I'm getting hype for Wham tomorrow, dude.
Season long.
Let's go.
See you on game day.
I'm starting to party in the front row, dude. I'm starting to praise party in the front row.
What time is your baptism on Sunday?
11. Are you coming? What? What do you say? What?
No, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
You want to ride with me? Man, I'm going at 9:30.
What time's the service start?
I'm going to college ministry at 9:30.
What do they do on Fridays?
College ministry.
What time's the service start?
Or whatever.
Germany is going to be everything.
And I'm going to 9:30 college ministry. So I also serve.
The Swats of the final two.
No, do you want to use about 11?
Teams have just met in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
See,
We can go to lunch after I'm praying. There's like 30 other people coming.
Chamber baptism?
Yes.
They choose.
Maybe
Trade
not
up
that.
one spot.
Maybe not that. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm like. They must have really wanted somebody that the Chiefs were going to get.
I already know who they picked.
Who?
I'm not going to tell you.
Was it offensive or defensive?
It's not who I thought it was going to be.
So
It's a good
not.
pick.
So it's not Josh Simmons.